Hey parents, I'm talking about something that I just feel so strongly about because I tried it the hard way for so many years. I got a lot of experience kind of the hard way, and I think I had a really good reason for trying to control my kids, but it just really didn't have fantastic results. So, my background is in psychology, and I loved the study of behavior modification. I loved that we could kind of change little things and offer reinforcements and withdraw reinforcement and extinction and all the different things that changed behavior. And so I was pretty sure when I started parenting that behavior modification was where it's at. And I do think that part of it is reinforcing and holding people accountable, but I think an even bigger part of it is what's driving that. Now, I'll kind of describe it to you a little bit later, but we kind of have like two groups of things that really start us kind of tapping into fear when we're parenting. It's when kids are making choices that we really wish they wouldn't be, and when kids are reacting to things that are outside of their control. Like COVID is a really good example. And they may just be having trouble struggling with the emotion of it, struggling of how to cope with it. And so we find ourselves thinking things like, this is going to end so badly. This is so bad for them. He's going to ruin his life if he keeps this up. And we start tapping into guilt and worry and fear and anxiety and overwhelm. And what we find ourselves asking is, how can I get them to stop doing something? Or how can I get them to start doing something? And so it's really frustrating to just set ourselves up to even make that our goal in the first place. So, when we're parenting, instead of trying to control, we're settling down into some more intentional thoughts. It means that the overriding thoughts that we default to, like, this is horrible, something's gone wrong, this is a problem, we need to create a new neural pathway that helps us to a different emotion, like empowered or peaceful or calm or centered. And we need to start creating intentional thoughts to counter the old ones. Like, it's not he's ruining his life, but my job is to keep teaching him and keep holding him accountable if I choose to. That's my job. Or here's the part where I get to show him how to fill in the blank, how to be patient, how to speak calmly. Here's where I get to teach him that when we lie, we have consequences. I don't have to get upset if they're upset. These are thoughts that are much more intentional, that help us to a place that's less controlling, but the emotions that we're operating out of there that are like the engine for our action are things that help us feel capable and empowered and even joyful and compassionate and creative. Now, we often think that strategies are the things to rely on then, but we want to look at the engine that's driving our strategies so that we can be aware if we start dropping into fear and anxiety and those things that naturally lead to a little more controlling behavior. There just isn't a downside to parenting from capable, empowered, joyful, compassionate, creative. It pulls us out of that safe mode. As soon as we start fearing, remember, anxiety, it's fight, flight, or freeze. Those are, all of them are not amazing places to parent from. We actually cut our access to creative problem solving because we automatically default into safe mode. And oftentimes it's change the behavior, which is often change the child. And that sets us up for some troubles. So things that we could think instead are, I still get to follow through. I still get to teach, to love and protect. That's my job. And when we're thinking that's my job and we're not thinking something's gone wrong, then we get to access more creative questions like, how can I teach, love, and protect them in this situation, instead of how can I change them to make them act better in a way that makes me feel better, right? That feels so much nicer to parent from. It's just so much nicer. And we have a lot more creativity when we're when we're parenting from a place of empowerment and capability and confidence. It's totally possible. I'm actually teaching a class this Sunday. It's the it's this Sunday, and I'm going to be teaching a class called Can We Make It to 18? And it's specifically geared towards how can I parent in a way that I feel really good about and that helps my child the very most that I can, takes the best access, has the best access to my strengths as a parent and helps me build the skills that I need. What skills do I need? What can I work on that is totally in my control? This is what we're going to be talking about, because we do not have to have miserable teenage years. We can enjoy our teenagers, even if they're making horrible choices or reacting to things that are outside of their control in a way that we wouldn't prefer. We can still enjoy it and we can still feel empowered. So if you're in, go ahead and register for that event. It's listed on my Facebook page. Okay, I'll see you then. Oh, spoiler alert, we can make it to 18.